Bienvenue à Hollywood, la seule ville au monde où on peut croiser dans la même journée un faux O.J. et George, le boulanger. Dans l'hebdo d'Hollywood série cette semaine, une belle petite exclue puisque nous vous proposons la première interview de George Clooney sur sa série Catch-22. Une mini-série que vous découvrirez en mai sur Canal+, mais l'entretien avec George, c'est maintenant, là, tout de suite. Enfin, juste après les news.
All rise.
Don't get distracted when he starts in with the hand.
Vous aimez les séries du genre NCIS et compagnie? Vous aimez les séries avec procès dedans? Eh bien, vous allez adorer The Code, avec comme héros deux avocats Marines chargés de la défense des soldats en mission. C'est pas le summum de l'originalité, mais ça fonctionne plutôt bien. Et surtout, et c'est assez rare pour être noté dans ce genre de série de network, l'héroïne féminine a droit à un vrai personnage bien solide. C'est en tous les cas ce qui a plu à la vedette de The Code, Anna Wood.
I'm super excited to play a strong female character who's not driven by a dude, but is driven by her career. I had a daughter a year and a half ago, so she's like all I think about when I seek out new work. So I'm super thrilled to be bringing a really rad chick to the screen.
Seul souci pour les acteurs, l'uniforme. C'est vrai que ça en jette à l'image, mais c'est pas super confort.
I had to wear the dress blues uniform the other day, and that literally, I'm walking around like this, and it's really hard for me to drink my coffee, so I'm like drinking like the Tin Man. I can't really look down because the collar comes up to here, and when I take it off, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, you know, I want to get a massage, and you know.
If you don't hold yourself, the uniform forces you to hold yourself in a certain way, and if you don't do it justice, and you look like a fraud.
And I feel like if we had actually gone through Marine training, I wouldn't be complaining so much because my posture just naturally would be amazing.
Il est célèbre, il a tué sa femme, mais malgré le travail sans faille d'une procureure farouche, il est acquitté.
The jury find the defendant not guilty.
Si les prémices de The Fix, la nouvelle mini-série qui démarre bientôt sur ABC en Amérique, vous rappellent l'affaire O.J. Simpson, ce n'est absolument pas un hasard, puisque l'auteur de la série n'est autre que Marcia Clark, la procureure de la vraie affaire O.J. Une série donc bien proche de la mise en fiction et en abîme de faits réels, mais pas seulement selon Marcia elle-même.
Of course, it takes my origin story, if you will. You know, a prosecutor who lost a very big case and then left the DA's office. From there, it departs completely from me. From there, it's all fiction.
The bitch is back.
You let me worry about her. You got the wolf.
I would call it kind of one part revenge fantasy, one part soap.
You're never gonna get me, Maya. I'm an innocent man.
Bonjour. Comment ça va? Not bad.
Nous aussi, ça va pas mal, George. D'autant plus qu'il y a quelques semaines, on a pu passer quelques minutes avec vous, Monsieur Clooney, pour parler de ça.
Insanity is contagious.
En mai prochain, vous allez pouvoir découvrir sur Canal Catch-22, la mini-série produite, co-réalisée et interprétée par George Clooney, adaptée d'un classique de la littérature américaine, un livre que beaucoup considèrent comme l'œuvre ultime sur l'absurdité de la guerre autour d'une base de l'US Air Force en Italie pendant la Seconde Guerre mondiale. En 1970, Mike Nichols en faisait un film vite devenu important en son temps, puisque, avec Le Mash de Robert Altman, c'était l'une des deux comédies anti-guerre portées en fer de lance par le mouvement pacifiste de l'époque. Et ce passage sur le fameux système du serpent qui se mord la queue, le Catch-22, est devenu un classique. Regardez.
Okay, let me see if I got this straight. In order to be grounded, I've got to be crazy. And I must be crazy to keep flying. But if I ask to be grounded, that means I'm not crazy anymore and I have to keep flying.
You've got it. That's Catch-22.
Et voilà donc la version série télé produite par George Clooney, un Clooney pourtant réticent au départ.
I didn't want to do Catch-22. I got a call and they said, you want to do Catch-22? And I said, no. And I thought, if you let us do it the way it's written, yeah. But otherwise, no. And they said, yeah, let's go all out. It'll be dark and it's a lot of male nudity. And it was fun to shoot. Everybody, they let us do what we wanted to do, which was fantastic.
La série est donc très proche du livre, un vrai pamphlet dénonçant avec le même humour que le film de Nichols, mais peut-être avec encore plus d'émotion, l'absurdité de toute guerre. C'était essentiel pour George Clooney.
First of all, it's important to always remember that even in what would be considered an absolute necessity war, it's still insane. War is insane. Was it 60 million people died? Because people wanted to take over countries. I mean, if you think of it that way, it is insane. So reminding ourselves that, killing each other is insane, even in particularly a war of necessity, it seemed to be fun to be able to talk about still.
You're saying he's had his balls blown off? Approximately, sir.
I want to see.
We're kind of in a catch-22 ourselves now.
Yeah.
I mean, this theory about anti-bureaucracy is kind of very much perverted by the far right and by the radical.
Oh, you're talking about populism, sure.
Populism.
Sure. Yeah.
It's using that. Are we living in a catch-22 ourselves?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But but you can use that, obviously you can use it for good or evil, right? You can use the idea that the guy above you is trying to get you. But it's that argument of just because you're paranoid doesn't mean people aren't trying to kill you along the way. So yeah, it's an odd time for all of us, I suppose, particularly in the States and around the world. Actually, you're right. It's an odd time.
You come back a lot to the 20th century, the history of the 20th century. How is that? Why are you so fascinated by that?
Well, I don't know. It's true. We have. I'm sort of fascinated by, it's best to tell stories in a world that you understand pretty well. And that's a world that I understand pretty well. I also, it's fun to look back at, for instance, you go back to, if you hear Donald Trump talk about, make America great again, you think, well, when was great? What would be great? What time of what century, part of the century would be great? You go, well, it's not the 60s, which was all upheaval. It's probably the 50s when he was a young man. And you go, well, it was great unless you were a woman or black or gay or any minority or happened to be accused of being a communist. And so that's why we do Good Night and Good Luck, that we can talk about that.
Good night and good luck.
TV, you were born in TV shows.
Sure.
What's your take on this golden age of television?
It'd be nice if we had a filter that would tell us, don't spend all your time looking at these 50 other shows, like you have to do. But I will say, if you had that filter, man, there's some good television out there right now. I mean, it's as good as anything you see in film. And it used to not be that way because television was held down by restrictions, language and nudity and violence. And the ability and the storylines, and the ability now to tell the kinds of stories they tell in television, just extraordinary. And so you get to see, you're getting to watch this change, this shift of storytelling, so that smaller films that the studios don't want to make anymore, a filmmaker can go to a place like Hulu or, and say, can we make this into a show? And they say, yeah. And they want to work with the filmmakers, so it's great.
You still think you're gonna get out of here? You're out of here!
What? What is this nonsense?
One very last thing.
Yeah.
How could you convince the subscriber of Canal Plus to watch Catch-22 in May?
It's in May, comes out in May, Catch-22. And I think the best way to explain it is that anyone who sees the show, who turns on and watches a show, gets a free baguette. Any kind they want. Whatever baguette they want, they get it. Comes sent to them directly to their home.
And you will deliver it?
Well, I'll deliver some of them, but Canal Plus will do most of it. So it should be good. And thank you, Canal Plus.
Okay then. Great. Yes, sir. Hip hip.
That's some catch, that Catch-22.
La semaine prochaine sur Canal+ Cinéma, Us.